Hi guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the Be For Real podcast.
Hi guys, we missed you.
Missed you so much. It's been a whole week, too long.
Too long. Week is feeling like a year nowadays.
It kind of is. Time is just a crazy concept.
I know, it always is in our girl brains.
I feel like we always start with like something crazy, like we're like, oh my god,
we're
like this, like,
oh my god, guys, we're on this earth and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we would just like dive in right off the bat.
We're crazy.
Anyways, how's everybody doing? How's your week been? What's new?
My week has been good. Don't think there's anything new, to be honest. I'm trying to rack my brain over here. Let me just take a look at my camera roll. Not me making like transition noises for like when there's dead silence. Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
The Hannah Montana one.
Yeah. No, I love those. Last weekend, Joel and I went to go see another home for rent, because we're kind of like looking, dipping our toes in, just seeing. We're just waiting for the perfect place to present itself.
Exactly.
And this wasn't the perfect place. I loved it. It was Gorgina.
Yeah.
She was lovely, but it just wasn't the perfect place.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're just, when we see a listing pop up online that we really like, which doesn't happen frequently, the market's dry.
Yeah, it is right now.
It's very dry, especially for exactly what we're looking for. I'm a picky gal with like what we want. Yeah. And we're just going to sit here and wait for the perfect place to come by until then. But if we moved into this place, it would more just feel like kind of the same thing like we already have. Yeah. Just a little bit upgraded, Yeah. So it's just not worth like the whole moving process to do it.
Fair.
If that makes sense. And honestly, it's kind of a fun activity on the weekends to do. Yeah. Because we're like, oh, what are we going to do today? And then I'm like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then we're just like, oh, why don't we just go tour a place? That is fun, right?
That is fun.
So anyways, it's a fun little hobby, seeing homes. And I don't know, I just love interior design and just looking at
that does sound fun,
homes and stuff.
I haven't gone and looked anywhere in a long time.
I'm like a chronic Facebook Marketplace scroller on like rentals and houses for sale. I just love looking. I'm just so nosy, and like whenever I see like a for sale sign on somebody's house, I'm like, I need to go search that up and see what it looks like on the inside.
Really? Oh, I love that.
I don't know why I'm just so nosy like that. I just want to see.
Show me more.
No, literally. But yeah, so we did that on the weekend, and then this week has just been on my routine. Did the same olds, have been working out, and that's basically it. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, February 14th.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Which is fun. And then I'm gonna be...
Do you have plans for Valentine's Day?
We're thinking about doing a little date night, going out for dinner.
Cute.
And then coming home and cuddling up on the couch.
Yep. As you should.
It's only gonna go as far as dinner. Yeah. And then we're gonna come back home, and the new season of Love is Blind comes out.
Oh, tomorrow? I didn't know that.
Yes. So we're gonna have that to watch. And also, you guys know, I think I spoke about it last week, but we've been watching Severance.
Yes.
And the new episode comes out tomorrow as well.
Oh, there you go.
But there's just a few new shows that we're excited to come home and watch, and have like, I don't know, maybe we'll make dessert here or bring something home for dessert.
Nice.
So yeah, just a little date night for Valentine's Day.
That sounds lovely.
Then on Sunday, I'm gonna have a little Valentine's Day thing here. That was super last minute, because Joel is going away for a bit over the weekend, and like at the beginning of the week. It was so last minute. I'm like, I should be hosting more. Like, it's the perfect time to do Valentine's Day.
Totally.
There's no boys in the house.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's gonna be fun. But I think that's basically it for what's new with me. Not really much this week. What about you? Oh, also, we went to go get a strawberry matcha, the one that she's been raving about.
Finally got her to go.
And it's so good. Look at the color on this matcha, guys. You could just tell how good it is by the color with macadamia nut milk. That's like the only cafe that I've ever seen with macadamia nut milk. And she's really, really good. So we're enjoying it right now. Just thought I'd pipe in and have to see that.
Yeah, she's delish. Chugging it back. Yeah, no, my week has been good. I, as per usual, just go to work, do my thing. I really don't feel like I've done anything this week. Just like little errands and whatnot, but nothing exciting. I went out like for dinner on Sunday night with my coworkers after work. Chill. Not a whole lot. It's been a pretty slow week, I feel like. I have things like in the works for like coming up. Like, I'm like looking forward to like plans that I have coming up, but like not really anything going on right now. But that's fine. Another day, another dollar, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like also this time of the year for plans specifically is super dry.
Yeah.
Because the weather is just so up and down that it's like, okay, what do you want to go and do?
Yeah, there's not really much to do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always like, this summer is when I'm always just out and about.
Yeah.
Like I'm always just trying to get out of the house in the summer, but then when it's like this time of year, I call this the dry period, okay? It's just, I don't even know. I rarely have plans because it's just the dry time of year.
Yeah. It's boring, but whatever.
Yeah.
Rest and refresh. It's giving
hibernation.
It's very hibernation. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was going to start Severance. I haven't started it yet, but I watched the trailer for it. There was like 2 trailers. And the first one I watched, I was like, that didn't really... Like, it was confusing. I was like, that was kind of a shitty trailer. Like, it didn't really... But then I found another one that was like an actual, like, you know, describes kind of like the show.
Yes.
And it looks really good. And then I told Hannah to start it, and she watched the first season, and she was like, you need to watch it. It's really good. So
yeah.
I'm going to watch that. There's also another one that I've been wanting to watch, which is called From. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like a kind of more creepy vibes one, but
Okay.
I had like a couple people, Sophia told us about it. And then like a week ago, I went out for my friend's brunch, and one of the girls was talking about the same show, and I was like, oh yeah, I was told to watch that a while ago and I forgot. But it's about like a town that like brings you to it, like you get like chosen to go there, but you accidentally stumble upon it, and then once you can't leave, so every road you try to take to leave will lead you right back there. So like you literally can't escape it, and pretty much just like everyone who's there is trapped there, like, and no one can leave. And there's like monsters at night, and like you have to like board up your houses, otherwise they'll like kill you.
Wait, what's this on? Apple TV?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
So I think it's like through your Apple TV you can get it and stuff like that, or whatever. Like,
I feel like all those sites now are like connected, and they're like, oh, get this through this, and then get this
free
through
trial through this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks really good, and I think that I want to start that as well soon. Just recommendation if anyone hasn't heard of that one, but it did look really good. I watched the trailer and I was like, ooh, that looks intriguing and a little spooky, versus I don't like watching a spooky show on myself or like by myself. So I showed my mom the trailer and I was like, we should watch this together. But yeah, no, as of right now, I haven't been watching anything. I've been like catching up on like YouTube stuff since I was watching Love Island, and that took up a good chunk of my time. But yeah, no, not a whole lot.
But yeah, you have to watch Severance. It's so good.
Yeah, I shall.
Yeah, you shall watch it.
I'll start it next.
Yeah, and then you need to watch Love Island UK. Thank you.
Yeah,
because I've been watching the All-Star season, and it's so good. Like I'm into it right now.
I know a couple people that are watching All Stars right now, and it does sound juicy. Sounds good.
It's always juicy over at the UK. I'm telling you.
Over in the UK.
Yes. Anyways, for today's episode, we asked you guys on Instagram what kind of advice questions you wanted us to answer, because we're going to start doing one of these episodes about once a month. So if you guys want to submit your questions next time, please go follow us over on Instagram, because that's where we're going to be asking you guys. So obviously it's all linked in the description and whatever, you can find us down below. But yeah, if you want to participate in the next one, definitely follow us on there. And yeah, we got some, apparently I haven't read them yet, but she went through them. We got some good questions to answer.
Yes. Okay, the first one we got, I feel like, Michaela, this will be a good one for you. It's what to do when you're bored of your winter wardrobe.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Just kidding. I mean, some pieces, yes, for sure, get rid of. But if you're bored of your winter wardrobe, do a closet clean out and get rid of the pieces that you actually like don't wear anymore.
Yeah.
And then the pieces that you're like, okay, actually this is a good staple, then try to wear it in different ways, because I feel like I'm always wearing my staples over and over again. Like if I just had a closet full of staples, I would never get bored.
Yeah.
Because you can mix and match them with so many things. So look at your winter wardrobe and assess and be like, do I have a black long sleeve? Do I have a gray long sleeve? You know what I mean? And do it that way, where it's like, I swear to God, guys, if you just get basic, simple pieces, you can never get bored, because they never go out of style, and you can rewear and remix them with unlimited amounts of clothing pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say to assess the wardrobe, see what kind of good quality basics you can add, and then get rid of the shit that you don't wear anymore.
Yeah, I would also add to that is you could get new, just like, things to accessorize the outfits as well. So whatever basics, whatever staples that you do have that are good and work kind of all seasons is, just get new accessories. So you could get new hats or beanies, or you could get even just like new jewelry. New jewelry will change up your outfit. A new like little scarf. Another one would be purses or shoes. Those can change up your outfit as well. And like she said, you can kind of change up layering, or even like, a new staple jacket or something that you can throw over, or even thrift some new jackets. So then you're still wearing like the same outfits, but like you're changing pieces of it. So they do feel different. I totally understand that, because honestly, like, that's me with my winter wardrobe. Like, I get like a new top or a new pair of something like every few weeks, and then just like throw it in the rotation. But I always find I'm trying to find like new shoes or a new purse or like little accessories to change up the looks. Even just like a new hat changes it up, or wear your hair different, something cool. Like little things like that will just dress up your outfit more and make it feel different than normal.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, even when I just go and buy one good quality basic, it totally switches my wardrobe, I swear. Like, even just adding that one rotational piece kind of rejuvenates it for me. Yeah.
Definitely try thrifting as well. You can get some cheap pieces if you want to play around with things that are a little more like statement. But yeah, I definitely think just keep it chill and be creative with accessories.
And also look at Pinterest. Like, if you have, I don't know, like a gray turtleneck that you have no idea how to style, type that into Pinterest, and Pinterest will literally be your style inspo, and it'll show you how you could style that one turtleneck in like 100 different ways. And maybe that'll inspire you to wear it in different ways.
We also have Pinterest too, if you want to follow us on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is yours just your name?
Yeah.
Mine is too. You could look up our Pinterest too. I have like an outfit inspo board that I always pin stuff to. Check one of those out too.
Yeah, go follow us there.
Not the low-key plug. Okay, another one is how to embrace the late winter. We're figuring this out ourselves.
I just looked at you like, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like for me, I feel like I'm really embracing it by the way of being like, okay, well, like you got to go through something to get to the other side, right? I'm like, you got to deal with the winter. This is just a part of our year, our seasonal. Like, to get to my favorite months of the year, I have to stick it out and be grateful for the weather we have now. I don't know. And just trying to, like you said before, like last episode, is just to romanticize it and just, think of little things that you can do that are more like cozy or more in like your, idea of something that you like to do that fits into the winter season. Just try and romanticize it as much as you can. Like, be like, even if you're just taking a cute picture and be like, oh, cute, it's winter. Yeah. Even though on the inside you're like, I'm cold and this sucks, Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're not loving it either.
No, just romanticize it, baby. Like, honestly, this is the time more than ever to tap into a new hobby. Be creative, because obviously in the winter you're going to spend most of your time indoors. You're not going to be just standing out in the negative 10-degree weather, are you now? No. So
laying in the sun in your bikini, like we said last time. Getting vitamin D.
Getting some good vitamin D.
Yeah, I did that. It really worked well.
Oh yeah, you
got a good tan.
You're so tan today. I could tell you've been out in the snow.
Out in the snow.
Like, oh, have you? Anyways, yeah, just like lean into your hobbies and start maybe new hobbies. Even just like walk yourself into Michael's or the dollar store and just like buy some paints and, I don't know, get creative. Start a new show to binge watch. Like, just romanticize the idea of being cozy and being home, because the seasons come and go. It's not going to last forever, and just try to make the most of it as you can. Romanticize a hot drink, a hot chocolate, since that's not really ideal in the summertime. And just like little things like that. And also maybe you could, play around with fashion, layering your outfits, trying new winter styles that you've never tried before that you couldn't do in the summer. So yeah, there is ways to romanticize it and to kind of lean into it a bit, even though it's, not ideal for most of us. But I mean, we're living it, so we got to make it the best that we can while we're here, right?
Yes.
So
absolutely. No point in just being,
don't be a Debbie Downer.
Don't be a Debbie Downer. Yeah, might as well. I mean, you make it work. We make things worse for ourselves. So just try and see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, another one. How do I maintain a good sleep schedule when my schedule is different every day? That one is tough. That's because when your schedule is all over the place, it is hard. I find like there's days where I will close at work, so I'm not home until like 10:30, when I like to be in my bed by like between 9 and 10. So I find like for me, those days, I like to come home and I need at least like an hour to like chill and lay before I can actually like go to sleep. So it's hard for me on those days because I go to bed later than I would like to, but so then it's harder for me to get up at the same time that I would normally. So I totally feel what you mean. I don't know if it changes like every week, then that's kind of hard. So it's kind of just like try and find a happy medium. I don't know how extreme this person's case is. You know, if they're like, they work at the club, so they go to bed at 3 a.m. on the weekends, but then the weekday they have to get up at 7. Like, I don't know, but just find what works for you, I guess. And if there is any days that you can actually stick to it, then try to do that. At least, 2 days is better than none. But yeah, that is kind of hard if your schedule is ever changing weekly.
Yeah, and I would just say, let's say you finish work one day at 5, and then the next day you finish work at 11, then the next day you finish work at 1 a.m. Even though it might be hard because you might be tired, try to still do the habits that you would normally do at whatever time. So if that means that you need an hour to debrief before getting to bed, still do that no matter what time it is, because if you come home late regardless, you're getting to bed late anyway. So at that point, it's kind of out the window, right?
Like, might as well go to bed later.
Yeah. So in order to set yourself up for the best sleep possible in all these scenarios, if reading before bed helps you a lot, still do it. Like, don't neglect all of your night routine habits just because you're coming home at different times. Like, you could still kind of set a small night routine that you do even if you come home at 11 p.m., and then that'll help you like get the best sleep. Because I don't know, I mean, I assume that could be really hard. The only time I could relate to this was when I was like in college and then I worked my restaurant job. And honestly, that was a few years ago, so I don't really remember what I did. But I think just still implementing those little habits every day will be really useful. If you come home, at 11 p.m., don't force yourself to go to a 7 a.m. workout class. You like kind of adjust your schedule that way where it's like, you don't have to work out at the same time every day. If you want to get 8 hours of sleep and that means to wake up at 9 a.m., then book your workout class for 11 or 10 and work around it that way. That could still be a routine,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So just kind of adjust it, but make sure you're still getting your sleep and your rest, and don't feel guilty about, not waking up and going to work out. Like, sleep in, and then you could do your daily things. Like, just kind of adjust it based on that.
Absolutely. Next question. How to start social media / get more comfortable to post on it?
You just literally got to do it.
Literally just do it. Full send.
Honestly, when I started my social media, I was so scared of other people's opinions and whatever. You just have to get over it. That's like the biggest hurdle that I had to face when posting. And I didn't start my YouTube channel forever because I was so scared. I didn't want anybody to find it. I was so scared of people's opinions and judgments and whatever. I didn't want people talking behind my back about it, and like, you know what I mean. But the haters are going to hate. The people are going to make fun of you. Let them make fun of you for posting online. It's so funny because anything we do in this life, there's always going to be somebody that hates us for it, like regardless of what you do. So posting on social media, it's like one of those things that a lot of people, like when you start, are going to think you're so cringy. Yeah. And they're going to be like, oh my God, like this is so embarrassing for her. What is she doing? But seriously, like if you just want to get started, you just have to post. Like you just have to start posting and you will get more comfortable as you continue to post. And even like, I remember talking to the camera at first, like I'd feel super uncomfortable. And as time went on and I kept making more videos, I got a lot better. And looking back now at my old videos, I'm like, oh my God, those were so shit. Like, holy crap. But at the time I was like, oh, this is so good. But it just goes to show your progress. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. And so that's actually a good thing because it means that I actually kind of evolved. Yeah. It's like, don't be scared for your videos or your photos or whatever you're posting to be imperfect, because that's how you learn and that's how you grow. Yeah. If you're going to be a perfectionist about it, you're never going to post a thing.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I mean, same. But I found, like, too, is a lot of people, like, I don't know, people are honestly just, like, jealous of you, because I feel like there's, this day and age, everybody wants to post on social media, but, like, only, like, 96% of people do, because, like, everyone's too scared of what other people are gonna think. So I feel like at the end of the day, like, when you're the ones posting online, like, the amount of people that are always like, oh, like, I see your videos, or oh, I like this, or like, I've no one being like, oh, it's so weird you post on social media. Like, it's like literally so many people do. It's not a weird thing at all. It's like, it's always weird when you're like, you don't post on it, because people are like so shocked these days that you don't have social media or whatever, right? Because this generation is so chronically online. But yeah, no, I just feel like people are probably more judgmental of you because they're like jealous, or like you're doing something that they want to do. So just do it. Why not? Especially if it's like self-fulfilling to you. Like if you want to have fun doing it, like F the haters.
Yeah, and especially if it's like a passion of yours, I would say don't do anything for money. You know what I mean? Like, don't go and post just because, oh, like I want to make money. If you genuinely like love taking photos or content, girl, just post it. Like, literally just post it, and no matter what comes out of it, if it makes you happy, then that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's just like, guys, people can be so judgmental. I feel like at the core of that is jealousy. It's just jealousy, like you said. And jealousy is just a reflection that they wish that they were doing what you were doing.
Yeah. There's always a hint of jealousy in there.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Unfortunately.
Let's be real. Okay, another person just asked daily habits. I don't know what that entails. Like, just like, what are our daily habits?
Daily
or like
habits.
Right now, what we're doing? Are there any things that like you are like doing on the daily right now that you're like trying to do every day?
Red light therapy mask.
Ooh, okay.
That's a new one that I've been implementing.
Yep.
Let me think. What else? You can say anything that you're feeling.
Taking my vitamins every day.
Oh, me too. I started doing
We're on our
that
vitamin
as well.
stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes. Been trying to drink more tea.
Okay.
More like tea before bed, like green tea, peppermint tea, either in the morning or at night.
Love that.
That's one. Gua shaing. I've said this before. I've been on my gua sha stuff.
In her gua sha era.
Yep. Snatch. Oh my gosh, I just started flossing again, like literally a few days ago. And like, you know, when you don't floss do you floss often?
I floss every day.
If you don't floss for a while, your gums like get swollen.
And they like bleed, right?
Yeah. So mine, like the last few days have been like sore. So I'm like, okay, I need to keep this up because I don't like having swollen gums. No. But yeah, trying to get back into that. I just started again like the other week.
Yeah, when I was younger, obviously, like, who flosses when they're in high school? Okay, nobody.
No.
And I would go to the dentist and then they'd be like, do you floss? And I'm like, yeah.
Like,
and
sometimes.
they're like, girl, you're lying. And I'm like, okay, I'm caught. After that day, I was so embarrassed, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna actually start flossing. And I could say I've flossed now consistently every single day for like, I don't know, 6 years now, which I'm very proud of myself for.
Go you.
Go flossing queen.
I've literally never been a flosser ever.
That's okay, because you're getting back into it.
But I'm flossing now. I was flossing like for a good while, like last year, and then I just fell off because, like I've said before, there's so many like things in the routine before you go to bed, and sometimes I just am like too lazy to stand there for another 2 minutes, even though it literally takes 2 minutes. But
yeah.
Anyways, so that's a daily habit. I'm trying to make a daily habit.
And once you do make it a daily habit, trust me, I don't even remember me doing it last night, but I know I did it. You know what I mean? It's like just one of those things that you do when you're after you brush your teeth or whatever. Also, I use those little flossing picks. Yeah. I don't use regular floss. That shit's too annoying. Okay?
It is annoying. I use them too. It's like the one end has like the floss, like that, and then the end is like a poke. That's what I use. Yeah, no, literally. I'm trying to think of anything that I'm doing recently, but you're bone brothing. You guys already know my routine. Oh yeah, bone brothing. That's been it's been an old edition that I've reincorporated because I fell off of it, so that's been great. Yes. But yeah, you guys already know the routine. We already know. But yeah, those are just an example of a few daily habits that we're doing. Talk about preparing for spring. Preparing for spring. Oh my god, I want spring now. But I think I definitely need to do a big closet and room clean out. Yeah, a good spring cleaning is needed. And I will probably, like I said, go through my clothes. But then I will want to buy a handful of clothes as well. Yeah, to revamp. Goes hand in hand. But yeah, I feel like spring is a time that I usually always like to do that. Is do a whole like refresh of all my clothes and just like my bedding and whatnot. Get rid of like my heater in my bedroom probably. It'll get nice and whatever. Oh, also I'm gonna clean my car. I got like a car detailing gift card for Christmas. Once it's spring and it kind of it's not freezing anymore, it's not gonna snow anymore, there just might be some rain, then I'm gonna go get my car detailed because like it needs a clean, like inside and out, it needs to be spotless. So that is something I will be doing to prepare for spring as well. Love that. That's a good one. Spring cleaning. I'm definitely gonna do that too, even though I feel like, girl, I've been winter cleaning. Okay, don't you're looking at my house like, are you sure? Are you sure? No, today, guys, my stuff is everywhere. This week has just like been chaotic. I don't know. Sometimes there's weeks that's been chaotic and I just don't have time to, clean up after myself. I guess that's the right word. Like I went to Costco this morning and I just left everything on the counter. I have not put away one thing yet. So you could see the haul right there. But anyways, yeah, definitely a good spring clean, a good wardrobe refresh, and just like a whole season reset, kind of checking in on my goals, the huge. And we'll definitely do an episode on like a whole spring reset and go into depth and detail about what exactly we're going to be doing for that. So stay tuned for that episode. When is technically the first day of spring is like March 21st, right? Yeah, I believe it's March March 20th. Okay, it's really not that far away. We can do this.
We could do this, guys. Oh, that's like a month and a week or whatever.
Yeah, it's not. We can, like, it's not far. We can do it. Another question we got was spring bucket list, but I think towards spring, we'll definitely do like a bucket list episode.
For
we've done that for the other seasons, and I enjoyed doing this episode. So we will do that in another video.
Yeah.
Spending Valentine's Day alone and not being sad about it. Oh, personally, I don't care. I couldn't care less about Valentine's Day. I really feel like only being in a relationship, I've cared about Valentine's Day, but because I feel like it puts the like societal pressures on it that you have to like do all this stuff on Valentine's Day with your partner, or it's not like you don't like each other, which I feel like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just like, oh, a day that represents love. So no matter what way you do that, if you spend that with friends or family or just with yourself because you love yourself.
Self-love, baby.
Self-love. It's not freaking National Boyfriend Girlfriend Day. It's National Day of Love. Yeah. Okay? And you can love lots of things. You can love your pet. You can love your lizard. Like,
exactly. You can love your bed, for God's sake.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I love my bed.
I love my bed.
Joel, my bed.
It's creeping above.
It's right.
Yeah,
you know, there's pretty even here.
Yeah. No, I just think it's about love in any which way or form, and don't be sad about it, because there's other things that you definitely love, other things that love you, and doesn't mean just because you're not going to freaking Cactus Club with your boyfriend that you have to be sad and cry. Okay?
Yeah. No, it's so true. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm talking from a girl who I've been in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
But it's like, not being in a relationship too is sweet and special. Like, you have so much alone time and self-love that you could lean on and stuff. So celebrate that. You know, don't be sad that you're quote unquote alone. You're not alone. You have yourself. You have that love. And like you said, you can love your bed. You can love your cat. You can love your lizard.
Absolutely. But do a little valentines. Yeah, if you have your friends, like, do whatever. Even if you like you can hang out with your grandparents.
Yeah,
or
you can hang out with your mom. Hang out with your dad. If you love that,
like. Yeah. Doesn't have to be just because you're single.
Like, it could be platonic love with family.
100%.
With friends. Like, Valentine's Day, I feel like, there's a huge stigma about it being, like, romantic love with the partner.
Yeah.
But everybody should be able to celebrate Valentine's Day the way they want to, whether that's absolutely doing nothing or whether that's doing the most for themselves, for a person or whatever. And it's also a good excuse. Like, let's say you have a sister or you have a brother or you have a mom or dad, whatever. Why don't you show them some love and buy them a bouquet of flowers, you know?
Yeah. My brother got me stuff last year, and it was really sweet, because I don't know if he's actually got me stuff like as an adult before, and it was really sweet. It was like on my bed when I came home. I was like, oh, okay, well now my standards are high, so you better do it again.
Oh, that's actually so cute.
It was really sweet. Like, he got stuff for me and my mom, and it was really sweet.
No, that makes me want to cry. That's so cute. You're like, I did shed a tear.
Yeah, so just like cherish the people around you that you love. It doesn't have to be, like you said, romantic love as well. Yeah, or just treat yourself, spoil yourself because you love yourself.
Yeah,
go spend that money, girl. Get some dessert, some dinner, a movie.
Even like take yourself to dinner, go to a movie,
to the spa,
do a little dates. Why not?
I'm getting a massage on Sunday, so that's my Valentine's Day treat to me.
That's my Valentine's
Day treat. Getting a Valentine's Day rub down by an RMT.
That sounds relaxing.
It does. I'm excited. Any advice on productivity?
Just be productive. No,
just be productive. Just do it.
Just do it, girl. Like, no, but like, actually just do it, because you're the only one that could be productive. And so if you sit on the couch, nobody's going to be productive for you. Unfortunately. Okay. Unfortunately, you just have to do it. A good trick for me is, let's say I need to bunker down and like clean the house, get shit done. I love to put on my headphones and just get in the zone. I'll put on like a podcast that I love or music and put my phone far away, limit the distractions. But I feel like once I have my headphones on, I'm like, okay, it's go time. And then I'll set like a timer, 2 hours. Let's get this whole house done in 2 hours. Let's go. And then I have like a mission.
Yeah.
You know?
A mission is good. I also think, like, for me, I will put like a reward at the end. You know, it'll be like, oh, at the end, like, I'm gonna go out for dinner tonight, or at the end, like, I'll get myself a little drink, or I don't know, whatever the case is for you. But I just feel like having something like, okay, once I'm done this, then I can finally, or like, I'm gonna lay down and just watch TV for 3 hours after I do all my errands and I get my workout done and whatever it is, or I don't know, like, give yourself something like a gold at the end of the rainbow to look forward to it. I find, because I get like very productive spurts where I'll be like, I'm so productive. And then there's times where I'm like, I'm not doing shit all. Like, so I really feel like when you want to, you really just got to make it become a mission, make it seem like more important than it is, or give yourself a reward at the end, or put, like you said, a time limit on it as well, so it kind of pushes you a little bit to get it done. But yeah, I don't know, just remember your end goal when you're doing it, right? Because I mean, like, in the moment it can seem like an annoying task, but whatever you're doing it for is a reason. So is it a good reason? I hope so. Then you just get excited for that. I don't know.
Also, what I learned throughout my years is that
be wise, old lady.
Also, okay, if I'm lazy without productivity, it doesn't feel good. Laziness only feels good after I'm productive.
I so agree.
Like, I
love being lazy.
Me too. I have a hard time sitting down on the couch for an entire day doing absolutely nothing.
No, it makes me want to scream.
It literally, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I'm crawling, like I need to do something. So what I love doing, let's say it's a weekend or whatever, I love getting all my shit done at the beginning of the day. And then I'm like, wow, now I have the whole afternoon and evening to do whatever I want. I can lay on the couch for 10 hours and
see, that would be a reward for me in my eyes.
Me too, but that's a reward for me too, because then you're looking forward to it. And then how much better is lazying around on the couch gonna feel once you accomplish all of that?
Yeah, because there's no like guilt attached to it.
Exactly.
Because you don't have anything else you need to do.
Exactly. If it makes laziness feel so much better. So if that's the end goal, to be lazy, that's usually my end goal, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah. So use that as motivation, and yeah, you just have to be disciplined and just get it done.
Another question. This one's funny. It's, how close are you guys as friends? Do you only hang out for pod episodes?
Okay, so
I actually hate this bitch.
I think it's time to tell the truth. Okay.
Yeah, we're breaking up.
I think we should be for real. So
we're breaking up.
So this relationship is purely transactional. That is it.
And that's it. Gotta go.
And that's it. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. This will be our last episode.
This is the end.
This is the end.
This is the truth. Anyways, funny business. No, we did definitely what I thought about this earlier, and before like we had the podcast, I would say we hung out like maybe like once a month or like a little bit less than. But we always like did an activity or something when we hung out.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been friends for like that long. Like it's only been like,
I'm pretty sure we
3 years.
Started being friends in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, or 2022. It was like the cusp of 2021, 2022.
Yeah. So it's only been a couple of years, but so we knew each other at work. So we saw each other at like work for a long time, blah, blah, blah. And then we started hanging out, and we didn't, because she also like, we don't live super close together. And then you moved farther. So whatever. Anyways, so we probably saw each other like monthly, maybe a little bit less than that. But we would like do activities or hang out or whatever at that time. Versus now we see each other way more frequently. Like I see this bitch every week. But yeah, we are podcasting. We don't like hang out, I guess, as much. But also at the same time, like as an adult, it's also just like hard to find time to hang out with your friends. So the fact that I even get to like see you and catch up with you every week is awesome.
And to be completely honest, this is such a good hangout for me.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like we don't follow a script on this podcast. You guys, if you're a listener, you know we just kind of go back and forth. Like we'll have a topic and we'll talk, but like we genuinely just talk. And that's how our relationship started, funny enough, is that we met working, and then we just felt called to like hang out because we were like, oh, we actually have similar interests and whatever. And then when we started hanging out, we would just like have such good conversations and talk for hours and hours and hours, because we're like, holy shit, like we don't have many other friends that we could talk about this shit with. So it was just like we connected so good, and our conversations have just been so good. That's why this podcast started.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, as adults, it is hard to like fit seeing each other more than once a week into our schedules, which I feel like in the summer we will see each other more often because there's like more shit to do. Exactly.
I rarely see my friends once a week. Like once a week is a lot. There's like few people I see once a week.
I swear to God, like the few friends that I have, I see them like twice a year.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding you when I say twice a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
You're
pretty
like, so this
funny.
is a lot. It's a lot for me.
Yeah.
And we've gone to like, you know, we go to each other's birthday stuff or like any like random things. But like, yeah, I mean, at the moment we kind of just hang out, podcast and talk. But it does feel like a hangout though, because I mean, it's just us here.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we're literally just catching up and talking. Like, I basically know what's going on in your life, you know what's going on in my life, and if I planned like a girls' dinner or whatever with some people, obviously if you could, you would come, you know what I mean? So it's like, the thing is though, is even like, I just don't make plans often, guys.
I was gonna say, like, you just don't really do much.
I literally just don't,
like,
and like a
like
big
friend stuff, like plan stuff.
A big part in that is like, to be completely transparent, I have like 2 friends, you being one of them.
I'm one.
Like, I genuinely have 2 friends, and then my other friend, she doesn't even live nearby. So I think that takes part in me not making plans and stuff, because I don't have like a group of friends that is like, oh, Michaela, we're going out. And then they send me a text. And then they're like, let's go. Obviously at that point I'd be going out more often. But since it's kind of just like me, if I want to make plans, I have to make the plans. And it's also like, if I'm gonna invite my friends to hang out, you would be said friends. So then it's like, I don't have anybody else that's like, there's no group that's like, oh, let's go out. It's just like me having to make the plan. And then I just don't make plans, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like one of those people that's like, I need to be like told, like, look, this is what we're doing. Be there or be
like
square.
You'd rather have people be like, hey, we're doing this, are you coming?
Yes.
Like, good to know.
I'm never one to really make the plan. I will go if I want to, and I would go, but it's just like, I don't know, I'm not one to make plans. I don't know if that sounds bad, but you know how like in a group there's always like that one that just goes with the flow, and there's the planner. I'm the one that goes with the flow. So it's like, if
I'm just here when you need me.
I'm just here when you need me. Just send me the things. If I could, I'll go, but I'm not one to like actually think of it, you know. And we're having that conversation where it's like, girl, like, you should host more things at your house, and I'm like, I should, but my brain doesn't go there. Okay. Like,
I know, I'm like, she literally has a beautiful place, like where the hosting's at.
There's the problem, okay? And like a big part of that for me is because I don't have a group of friends. It's like,
no, that's so fair.
It's like, who's gonna come? Like, my family? You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't have friends, guys.
But that's why it's nice that you have sisters, like, that you're also very close with your family, and that like are like your like girlfriends as well, right? Or like some of your sister's friends that you like as well. Like, it's not like this family that like you don't hang out with, so like you're not close like that.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I would honestly consider like my sisters like my best friends. I don't know, like, I'm not friends with anybody that I went to high school anymore with. And, you know, as an adult, like, I work on my own. I don't just like meet people.
True. And you don't, I have a whole bunch of new friends now because like from work, right? Like, that's how I'm meeting new people often. Otherwise I don't meet people often because I don't really want to.
My work is talking to myself. And I think that kind of plays a big part in it.
Fair.
It's me, myself, and I. I'm sure like one day, maybe, I don't know, but maybe I'll meet more people through, I don't know where, but maybe I will, okay? And maybe that'll come into my life in the future. But right now, I literally have my sisters, I have you, and then I have my other friend Lexi, which I honestly consider her a sister, but that's basically it, guys. Like, it's not too deep, honestly. Like, don't feel bad for me. Like, don't be like, oh, Michaela, it's okay, because
victim.
No, like, I'm not trying to play the victim here. Like, don't go commenting, oh, Michaela, it's okay, because don't worry. Like,
I relate too. I'm a loser too. So I'm just kidding.
Stop. Loser club.
No, I'm just kidding. Quality over quantity. We'll always say that. Just because you have a bunch of friends doesn't mean you have good friends. Like,
I'm friendly with a lot of people online. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll chat with some girls in my DMs, but it's just friendly. Like, I'm good. I got like the core people in my life
exactly
that I love.
That's how I feel too.
But to kind of sum it up, I guess that's why I don't go out often, is because I just don't have like people to go out with, like a group and whatever, because, you know, that's ideally like what,
like, you can't have FOMO and like not be going because there's like no one that you would be going anywhere that you'd be feeling left out of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I were to plan a girls' dinner and invite you, I would probably be like, okay, I'm gonna bring Madison, and then if you want to bring people, like, you know what I mean? So those gaps are basically filled with people that are like outsourced. Like, on Sunday I'm doing a Valentine's Day thing here, and it's Madison and then my older sister, and then I invited you, but you can't come, which is obviously okay.
Sad.
But yeah, so Madison's gonna bring some of her friends, and then that'll like make a group of people, you know, which is okay. I mean, the thing is, it's like, oh, okay, I'm having people over, but none of them are like my friends, which is like, it kind of makes me feel like not embarrassed, but it's just like,
you're like, wait, that actually sounds sad to say.
It sounds really sad. Like, it sounds
should I cancel my plans? Like,
no. Like, please don't. Like,
Aww.
trust me, I'm good.
Okay.
Like, I'm good. But like, I just want to explain, because like, I feel like a lot of people could relate to this.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But anyways, I'm totally good, guys. Don't worry.
You're like side rants.
Side rants. I'm doing good.
She's doing good. Oh my god, someone asked what episodes and seasons of Riverdale were you all on, because they want to rewatch it.
Stop. You should actually go watch them. I don't know.
That's actually so funny. We were on...
Was it season 5? Or...
No, it was season 6.
Oh.
I know because I was on season 7, which was the last one, which was the season after we filmed together.
Okay.
So we were in season 6. We were in just like, I don't know, kind of randomly. Like, I don't know how many episodes we were in. Like, I want to say we're in like 3 or 4.
I'm actually going to go on Netflix right now and I'll try to pick out the episodes. Hold on.
I can tell you in 4, we're like Cheryl's little girls. Little girly
girls.
ladies. Little cult girls. So whenever you see her and those girls, that's us. There's like 4 or 5. And then I'm also in some as a cheerleader in season 7. And it was really sporadically, like throughout the whole season I was in it. But, you know, not every episode they would have, you know, the students in it, which I was like a cheerleader student. So depends on like what the scenes they were. But yeah, I'm like sporadically throughout that one. But then we're in like a main few episodes in that one. The one where Archie gets sacrificed, we're in that episode.
Yeah, I'm looking right here.
That we literally wrapped at 4 a.m. And Michaela was so tired when she got home, she almost drove into the garage at her house.
Yeah, guys, we literally wrapped at 4 a.m. and we were pretty far. Do you remember where we were filming? I just remember.
We were in Aldergrove, like way on like the farm country though.
And it was a straight line getting home. Okay, so I was like slapping myself, like, girl,
wakey.
Stay awake, okay? And I parked in front of my house because I lived with my parents at the time. And I parked in front of my house and my car was in drive, and I put my foot on the brake, and usually at that point I'd put my car in park. But I'm so tired at this point. I literally take my foot off the gas and I go to reach for my bag in the back seat. My car is rolling into the house at this point. And I'm not even kidding you. I like didn't even realize until I was a millimeter away from hitting the house. And I slammed on the brakes, and that was a shocker, man.
Just imagine at 4 a.m. they're like, boom, and it's you just pulling in into the garage, the garage.
That would be the most embarrassing moment of my life. So I'm glad I stopped it, okay?
I just remember her telling me that, and I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah, those were...
Because guys, like...
funny.
Wrapping on a set at 4 a.m. is crazy, especially for girls who do not stay up that late ever. Like, you start feeling like you have psychosis, like you're going insane, and then you have to get in your car and drive home.
I felt
it is
like
scary.
Physically sick.
Yeah.
And on those days, you start work at like, what was it, like 5 p.m.?
Yeah, you start super late.
Yeah.
So it's like the night shift. You have the night shift, pretty much.
And I'm not even kidding you. After we did that season of Riverdale, I told my agency, no more night shifts. No more night shifts.
She's like, I can't do it.
Like, I genuinely can't do it because it makes me feel physically ill.
Yeah.
And
it's insane hours to be awake at.
Yeah. I made the exception for the rest of the season of Riverdale that we were in because that was so much fun.
Yeah. Because you like didn't want to miss out on like certain things because then they might not like have you back.
Exactly.
If you didn't go.
It was so much fun. But I'm looking at the episodes. I think we were in episode on season 6, definitely episode 1 because I see us like in the background in the thumbnail. And then I'm not really sure.
We did the archery.
Oh my god, yeah, guys, we had full-on bows and arrows.
They were real.
Yeah, they were real, and we had like a course right before of him.
Someone literally had to show us how to use bow and arrows.
Yeah.
But they were like stuck together, so like if you accidentally let go, like the arrow wouldn't actually shoot.
Yeah.
But still.
That was like such a fun time.
Yeah, I remember we'd sit there and be like...
Yeah. Like in the background, and we all do it at the same time.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, guys, you should actually go to season 6 and just scroll through the episodes and you'll find us.
Sorry, like the show is cringe. Like,
yeah.
Forewarning if you've never watched it.
Yeah.
But
like, don't go actually watch it. Just scroll through and find us. And then send us photos if you do.
Yeah, that's so funny actually. But yep, that was us.
That was us.
So, you know what's so funny is I don't know if I said this before, but like I spent a lot of time working on Riverdale, so like we worked with like those actors all the time. And then when I was in LA, like, you know, you're excited to like, ooh, am I gonna see any celebrities while I'm here? And literally while I'm there, I saw KJ Apa, and I'm like, what the heck? I've already seen him a million times.
You're like, no, I already saw you. I want a different person.
No, literally, I was like, I've literally talked to you like multiple times before.
Yeah.
What a waste. No, I'm just kidding.
What a waste.
He's watching it. He's like, rude.
That's crazy.
No, but it was so funny. He was coming out of like whatever, Community Goods. We were waiting.
Yeah.
And my friend like literally looks and she's like, that guy's really hot. And I was like, who? And then I looked and then she's like, I think that's KJ Appat. I was like, no, that definitely is KJ.
That's so funny.
I was like, oh, I've literally seen you in Langley. Now I'm seeing you in LA. That's so random.
That is really random.
I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Now I'm seeing you in LA.
Yeah. Someone asked how to deal with acne. I've personally never had like a huge struggle with acne. I do feel like genetically I've had really good skin, but I definitely do get hormonal acne 100%. Oh, that's just so annoying because it's always on my chin. It's always like such big red zits. Like it's just so annoying, but like you have to deal with it. But it depends on the stage of yours. My brother ended up having like serious, like really bad cystic acne for a while. And he did have to go on, I think it was Accutane or it was another brand of Accutane. And now he is like recovered from that, but he does still have side effects though. Like if he goes in any hot water, like he gets super red and like rashy after. So if he has like hot showers, like after he has like really splotchy like red after. My friend said that she has that too, like sensitivity to like hot things after going on those medications. But yeah, I mean, if it is something serious, but it depends on your age also. If you are young and you're a teenager, like you will just go through that. Your body's changing. It is normal. It is unfortunate. But I think if you just have like a good care routine, don't go overboard. Do not be trying out new products. And also probably don't be getting like all the trendy Sephora products. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. You need like natural skincare or just like medical grade. Invest in good stuff and just keep it simple, like cleanser, some sort of maybe like an acne treatment, and then moisturizer and like your sunscreen. Like don't go overboard. Make sure you're taking care of your skin, and also remember that it's from the inside out as well. So if you eat a shit ton of like candy all the time and junk food, it's going to show on your face. So just little tips like that to kind of deal with it. Also could be like you've had issues like, but this is more like with eczema, but with things you're allergic to will project on your skin as well. So you could take that into consideration as well.
I know, like, for me personally, I believe that, like, healing yourself from the inside out is the way to do it. But obviously, when you have acne genetically, that could be tough because I'm the same way where I never ever struggled with acne. Yes, I do get the few hormonal pimples, like, every so often, which are so annoying. I will say, like, oh my goodness, it's just that time of the month where I'll get a couple pimples. And sometimes it's more extreme than others. But I can't complain because like I don't actually struggle with acne, but I feel for you if you do, because I could relate with my eczema where it's just really frustrating and you know it's on your face and it's just you don't want people seeing it, etc. But yeah, like you said, for skincare, don't go spend all your money trying a million different products. Stick to the basics, I would say, and also just maybe start a food diary and just like jot down what you're eating every day and then see if you notice a pattern, like, oh, my acne got really bad this week, what have I been eating, you know, and see if you could see any consistent or inconsistent patterns, because I know what you eat can really affect, you know, what reflects outwards and maybe just help with inflammation overall. Also, if you're a teenager, if you're a bit younger, it could be just hormonal. Your body's growing up and going through a lot of different changes, so that could just totally be normal and then it'll even out. So you just kind of got to do what works for you, and if it's really a concern, obviously go talk to your doctor, your dermatologist, and figure it out that way. But yeah, I feel for you if you struggle with any skin issues, because I know it could be really, really frustrating.
Yeah, it's a pain,
but I promise you there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. It's not forever.
No.
Okay, this is a good one too. How to start a conversation about limiting beliefs to your partner who grew up with a lot of those beliefs being reinforced and still lives in a very lack mindset. We grew up in very differently, and I feel like we're just not on the same wavelength, or I'm speaking a different language to him that just doesn't click in his brain. Interesting, yeah. So she says, or how to word it better, how to talk with a partner that's stuck in a mindset that you see isn't serving them after already having conversations and never feel like it's clicked.
That's a tough one, because obviously you want your partner to better you and to align on the same values. If you have this certain mindset and they don't have it and it's kind of holding you back, then that could be a big issue if they're not willing to be open-minded. Because I think that's a huge thing that I admire in people, is when they're open-minded. And when you're closed-minded, it's not going to get you very far, and it's going to restrict you in so many ways. This really like affects you, and you're willing to, well, I guess she said how to start a conversation, so maybe she didn't even have a conversation about it.
Well, it's like they've tried to before, but it's just not really working. So how to have one that can kind of like just have it help click. Like, I don't know. I feel like, so you're saying that you've kind of had these conversations before. because she wants to see them better themselves. They're very limiting. I can imagine that is very tough on yourself as well. Seeing your partner have limiting beliefs is tough, especially if, like you said, you're on a different wavelength. So maybe you don't feel that way, or you're less in the limiting lack mindset. It seems to me that you are via what you said, but yeah, it's really tough. And I feel like you just really have to analyze kind of what is it that they're lack about? Is it like kind of everything in the world, or is it like I don't know, is it certain topics that are harder than others? Because I feel like if you can really get down to what exactly their mindset is, because if it's just a general on everything, that is tough to kind of change that, because that's kind of just how someone has a perception of everything at that point. But if you know there's any like certain topics that you can kind of work on, maybe start there, figure out exactly what that is, or maybe exactly where it comes from. And it is tough because some people will get it and some people won't. We've said this before, like manifestation, you're either like tuned in and you're tuned out, and some people just can't see that side of the coin, you know? So it is tough being the person who isn't like that and trying to explain it to someone else, because I feel like they always have a reason for why they think why they do. I don't know. What would you say?
It's tough because if you're a little bit older and you haven't been dating this person for a while, obviously it's like you didn't grow up with them. Your beliefs don't align, maybe because of that, because you were never around each other and whatever. And for me personally, that would be a deal breaker in a relationship.
I think so too.
I can see a night and day difference with a partner that is going to better you and that is going to fulfill you in many more ways than one, versus somebody who is kind of, you know, dragging you down and is closed-minded. Like, that is a ultimate deal breaker for me, because at the end of the day, it's like, those are your core values. If those are your core values, you should hold them on like a huge pedestal and not settle for less. And obviously, if you are talking with somebody who has an open mindset and is willing to, you know, get on that level with you and tune in with you, then that's one thing. But if they're just completely not even open to the idea of hearing about it, that's kind of a red flag for me.
Yeah, that's very tough.
Like, it's a tough situation where it's just kind of like, at the end of the day, like, you have to ultimately make a decision where it's like, is this something I prioritize enough in this relationship that I'm going to leave this person because of, or can I still work through this and hope for the best? But at the same time, you don't want to go into a relationship and have to quote unquote fix someone.
Yeah. And I think in the way they were wording it is, it's more like, you know, their mindset isn't serving them. Like, I feel like it's more about them being like empathetic to how it's affecting their partner's life,
yeah,
rather than theirs. Okay. Is kind of what it seems like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna affect your life too. But it goes hand in hand.
It's a parallel. You know? It really
like
is.
Like we've said, if you're not on the same vibe with someone, same wavelength, it just doesn't really match that well. So that is tough. And I see your point of, you know, wanting the best for your partner and wanting them to see the best from themselves and seeing that they have potential. So it's so hard. I've dealt with people as well before that just like don't see their potential and they are like that. And it just becomes so frustrating for the person who tries, because it's like, why am I even trying to help you if you won't open up to it, right?
Yourself.
Yeah, it is tough. And like you said, if you've had this conversation multiple times with them and it hasn't clicked, I can't guarantee you that it will click or when it will click is the thing. So you kind of then have to take the step back and realize, if this person doesn't ever get it, like, is that going to be okay with me? Will that be something that you think will there be longevity from it? Mm-hmm. You know?
I know. And if you want to start like an actual life with this person, that is so important that they're on the same wavelength.
It's quite detrimental, yes.
It's very much
to having a life together.
Yeah. And that's even a deal breaker for me in a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I agree. Me too.
We have to align. Period. And
that's why I've lost friends. Like, we just don't align anymore, and like that's totally fine. But sometimes you just hang on to things for too long, and then it just hurts you.
Exactly. So it's like, what is the point? It's a tough one. It's a really tough one, but I feel like it's kind of just like what comes along with growing pains. You know, when you're really elevating as a person and you're learning about yourself and you're tapping into the best version of yourself, you're going to shed people and you're going to shed layers that are not matching you now at that vibration. So it's like, obviously we can't tell you what to do. We don't know exactly what your situation is.
And we're not saying like, oh, you should break up with this person
No.
if they don't. No, that's not what we're saying.
No.
But it may become hard because if you are on two different wavelengths, yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. And I will tell you right now, like, it will start to hold you back. Like right now, if you're just being empathetic towards that person, if you actually take steps towards starting a life together, it's going to hold you back because now your lives are intertwined, you know?
Yeah.
In a way.
And I feel like you'd also start resenting that as well because it's like such a tough attitude to be around when you are also not like that.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're going to live with this person, I don't know if you already do or not, but if you're planning on living with this person, you're going to be around this person every single day. So be very wary who you live with, whether you're moving out with a roommate, whether you're moving out with a partner. Their energy is going to affect you tremendously. I just like am so weary about the energy that I bring into my home, you know?
It'd be like being a positive mindset person and living with a Debbie Downer. Like that would drive me nuts.
Would you really want to wake up in the morning in a good mood and then you have somebody who's like just being a Debbie Downer?
Personally not.
Yeah. So
hopefully we weren't, like, being like, that's not gonna happen, bad, bye. But I hope that, they'd be able to kind of like see the bigger picture, the brighter picture at some point. But like I said, you can't force people to think certain ways.
Yes.
You can influence them to, but doesn't mean that they will, nor will it click in their brain, like you said. But best of luck, and I hope it does. And maybe just, I don't even know how to approach it in a different kind of way. A conversation.
Yeah, you just got to say it as it is, and they're either going to accept it or not accept it or be closed off to it. But what I've realized growing up and going through this journey is one of the most exquisite personality traits somebody can have is being open-minded.
Yeah.
It's
great.
It's so valuable. And
yes.
If that's not the case, then I just don't know how you can change that. It's more so one of those things that it's like you could tell them every single day and remind them, but they're never going to change unless they want to themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously best of luck to you. I hope everything works out, and just at the end of the day, you just have to do what's best for you and what's best for your energy and
what's
everything.
Meant to be will be.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's all the questions we got for this episode. But really thank you guys for giving us all these questions and little things to talk about. I really enjoyed all of them.
I feel like we kind of went deep today.
Yeah, and I hope you guys liked them as well and got some good insight. And if we answered your questions, if, you enjoyed our response or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for asking the questions. We will see you guys back next week with a new episode, obviously.
Absolutely.
And yeah, with that being said, go follow us on all our socials. YouTube, we got some video requests for uploading video onto Spotify. So we're going to look into how we would do that. And if we figure it out, then it's
really just us figuring out how to upload them. And then if we can, you'll get them.
Yeah. So we're going to look into that for you guys because we have gotten a few requests. And yeah, just make sure to keep updated on our socials. And we love you guys so much. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And we will see you guys in next week's episode.
Bye.
Bye, guys.